when everything the narcissist has done comes back to destroy them. Hey everyone, welcome back. I appreciate you being here, because today we're diving into a truth that's unavoidable. What happens when everything finally catches up with the narcissist? Notice I'm not saying if it happens. There is no if. It's always when, because that day inevitably arrives. Narcissists live their lives on the run, constantly moving away from the wreckage they've created. They are dodging the consequences of broken relationships, the emotional chaos they've sown, the financial messes they've left behind, and most of all, the truth about themselves. They survive by keeping a rotation of people who can be recycled when needed, slipping from one person to the next the moment things start closing in. Think about the narcissist you know. Maybe they cut ties with certain family members for years, only to suddenly show up again. It's never random. Either those family members are still under the spell of the narcissist's false image, or they are toxic themselves and willing to feed the narcissist's need for supply. In either case, it's always about survival, keeping at least one lifeline open so they can keep their ego fed and their facade intact. But here's the truth they can't outrun. When reality catches up, it's never graceful. This is the moment when people like you and me reach our breaking point. We stop believing the stories. We get educated. We see through the manipulation. Most of us weren't taught about narcissism growing up, so we entered those relationships as open-hearted, stable people, never realizing we were stepping into a well-laid trap. And once inside, everything we gave, our kindness, our patience, our resources, even our health, was slowly turned against us. We overgave. We allowed too much. We trusted too easily because we didn't know how to recognize the red flags. And what they did to us, they've done to others before, and will do again, as long as someone's willing to believe the mask, to think they've changed, or to pity them as the victim. They will keep recycling people for as long as those people leave the door open. The shift comes when you truly understand narcissism, when you see how it works, how it's altered your life, and how it changes the way you approach every relationship going forward. And naturally, questions start to rise. What happens to them? Will there be justice? How is it that they seem to keep moving on while we're left to rebuild? Here's the part that's hard to swallow but freeing once you accept it. Justice does arrive, but rarely on our timeline, and often not through human hands. It comes from something greater. Life is a way of balancing the scales without us needing to wish harm or orchestrate payback. You simply cannot move through life destroying trust, exploiting kindness, and leaving damage in your wake without eventually facing consequences. They know this, too. Somewhere deep down, they can hear the clock ticking. And when that moment of reckoning finally arrives, it's not soft and it's not forgiving. That's why I say this. Don't waste your energy trying to take them down or expose them to everyone you know. The world is waking up. More people are learning the truth about narcissism every day. Awareness spreads faster than lies ever could, and the truth has a habit of surfacing without you needing to push it. Years ago, they could hide behind gossip, image control, and the limits of word of mouth. But now, the internet, the sharing of personal experiences, and instant access to information mean that their mask slips far more easily than it ever did before. And once it slips, it's almost impossible to put back on. One day, their reckoning will arrive, and you won't need to lift a finger to make it happen. All you have to do is step aside and let the clock do its work. The old days, when information traveled slowly and gossip died in silence, are gone. Now, the internet puts truth in our hands instantly. We can dig through facts, connect the dots, and see through the performance. We can block them when the moment feels right. And somewhere inside, we already know there's a price waiting for them, a heavy one, and the bill is coming due. It might be tonight. It might be next month. We don't know the exact hour, but the day is inevitable. This is why they live in constant motion, forever running from the shadows of their own history. Every lie, every betrayal, every mask they've worn is a skeleton rattling in their closet, and they can hear the sound getting louder. It's why they launch smear campaigns, rewriting the story before the truth catches up. It's why they gaslight, so you'll doubt your own reality. It's why they triangulate, leaping from one person to the next, always scanning for someone new to exploit. They never stop measuring the temperature of every relationship, past, present, or future. Even if you've gone no contact, erased yourself from their radar, and made your presence almost invisible, they are still watching. Sometimes it's through fake accounts, sometimes through flying monkeys who spy for them. Some malicious, others just nosy, still tangled in the narcissist web. And because of the reach of social media, the network isn't bound by geography. Their influence can stretch across cities, countries, even continents. Healing, though, isn't a straight, sunny road. It's messy. Some days you'll feel unstoppable. Other days you'll be buried under the weight of your own thoughts. Your body might change, your energy might vanish, and you might start questioning everything you once believed. But every season has an end. And just as every narcissistic relationship has an expiration date, so does the pain they left behind. If you're new here, the road ahead demands patience, courage, and support. But you will heal, especially when you surround yourself with the right tools, voices, and community. If you've been here for a while, maybe you know this already, and you've even started helping others still lost in the dark, the way someone once helped you. Because the truth is, most people don't realize they are trapped until they are already drowning, emotionally, financially, physically, and spiritually bound to the narcissist. Cutting ties isn't just ending a relationship, it's severing every one of those chains. And when the memories come flooding back, you'll ask yourself, was it real? Did they ever love me? Could they change? In time, the answer will land like a stone. Most of it wasn't real at all. And the moment that truth settles in, their power over you begins to collapse. That's when the countdown to their own undoing truly begins. Everything you thought was real turned out to be nothing more than smoke and mirrors, a performance, a carefully crafted illusion. The narcissist wasn't your partner in love or in truth. They were an actor on a stage, wearing whatever mask served them in the moment. And when the curtain fell, what you were left with was the realization that they had preyed on your kindness, your empathy, your stability. They took what was beautiful in you and drained it until you barely recognized yourself. That was always their mission, to take, never to give. And they succeeded for a time. But as I said in the thumbnail, their time is running out. The day of reckoning is not some far-off fantasy, it's approaching quickly. While doors of new opportunities swing wide open for you, theirs are slowly, silently closing. The sources of supply they depend on are drying up. And when that final door slams shut, you will not want to be anywhere nearby. You won't want the details. You won't need to see it, because it will be handled by a force far greater than anything we can comprehend. Life always offers two paths. You can choose the one built on goodness, on grace, love, humility, and the willingness to grow from your mistakes without leaving destruction in your wake. Or you can choose the narcissist path, a chaotic, bulldozing existence where people are nothing more than stepping stones, and relationships are left in shambles. That road always comes with a bill, and it's a heavy one. They will be the ones to pay it, not you. We were exploited. That's why we search for truth, why we rebuild ourselves, why we pass forward the wisdom we've bled for. And while we've been rebuilding, the narcissist hasn't changed a bit. They are still playing the same game, just in a different place, with different people, on a different date. Their tactics have been sharpened, their manipulation refined, their hunt for fresh supply relentless. But even they can't feel the clock ticking. They see more people waking up, refusing to be controlled, choosing to go no contact for good. And when you shut that door, you don't crack it open again. It's sealed. Forever. This awakening is happening everywhere. The narcissists can keep running, but they can't escape themselves. They are trapped in a mind built on lies, in a shrinking world where fewer and fewer people are willing to play their game. And while they spiral in that self-made prison, survivors like you are placing yourself first, second, and third, finally giving your own soul the attention it always deserved. So here's what I'll leave you with. Never wish them harm. It's wasted energy. Instead, pour your focus into yourself. Tend to what you can control. Accept what is. Yes, they took advantage of you. Yes, they knew exactly what they were doing. Yes, they are doing it to someone else right now. No, they'll never hand you closure. And yes, their day will come. Not by your hand, but by a power that doesn't miss.